Hello, everyone's. I am here for my review of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Season 10, Episode 8. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, you one of my peoples, welcome back. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know if am I the only one that is not feeling this whole entire season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta? It's like the storylines are it's like we seeing it the same over and over again and it's getting tiresome. But anyway, Safari. He doesn't Safari instead of resolving things with Erica and trying to make the household a better household for them and their family, he decides he gonna leave, he gonna go to Miami so he can escape so he can get some peace. Well, by now he knows what kind of woman Erica is. Oh, you just want to up and leave? It's gonna cause issues when he gets home. So while he in Miami, he's getting advice from Trick. Like, what type of advice in being married are you gonna get from Trick Daddy? That was my question. But I gotta keep remembering these two got married for a publicity stunt. And most likely, everything that they do on this show and on social media is for publicity. But still, since I'm a I'm a act like they're not doing it for publicity, I'm a bring it up. But then we're gonna go and say what their storyline is. He's frustrated. He's upset. He needs an escape. So let me go to Miami and be whining on all these girls. Mendici and Yandy. He says he didn't mean it when he said he wouldn't hold Yandy down if she got locked up. That's because social media was getting all up in his tail. That's like, really, dude? She done held you down for 5 years to help take y'all kids together and the kids you had with two other women, and you wouldn't hold her down? Dang, Yandy, your man is really saying this? So he got to clear things up. Oh, I was just upset at that time. I will hold you down. I was like, yeah, because social media, they came for you, man, DCs. But yeah. He talking about some, will you marry me? She got to add again. I was like, no, no. He said it right. Will you marry me? Y'all know y'all had that big grand wedding, beautiful wedding, in 2015, right before he went to prison. And then we found out that you didn't turn in the marriage license because you didn't want to have to pay restitution on behalf of Mendices. So you was like, I'ma just not mail this in, and I'ma continue in saying this my husband, knowing that we not legally married. Now there's a slight chance that while he was in prison, they, got married like that. I don't see Yandy doing that, but I don't know Yandy, or they could have went to the justice of the peace. I still think that they just common law, and them going to Dubai to get married is making it official. But whether Judy's coming or not, it's gonna be up in the air. Cause she was like, "Is it just gonna be us?" He's like, "The kids is coming, Yandy's mama, daddy, cousin." Okay, Judy's still upset because Mendici was telling his truth. I'm like, that really irks my nerves when somebody get mad because you didn't told your truth because it makes them look bad. Well, you shouldn't have been doing what you was doing. Mendici was 4, 5 years old, trying to find something to eat for him and his brothers, while Judy and the dude she was with at the time was out here running the streets. And then she had the nerve, gall, and audacity to say, "Well, you could have went over grandma's house." You expected this 4, 5 year old to just leave at the apartment complex and go find grandma's house. It's not like grandma lived right across the hall or grandma lived right next door. Grandma lived in a whole different apartment complex. And you said he should have went over to grandma's house if he wanted something to eat. No, you should have been at home feeding him so he wouldn't have to do that. Child. Jack meets up with Fatima, Amani's mother, and she agrees that she's seeing that Amani is going down the wrong path and hanging out with the wrong crowd. But even though Jock was there the best he could because he was touring and so he can, take care of his kids, Amani didn't have his father around when he needed him, like pivotal moments when he needed him. So it's kind of like he's acting out now. But Jock almost blames himself for the company that Imani's keeping because Imani met this person at Jock's club. And I get to figure if I didn't have this club, he wouldn't have met this individual. He wouldn't be hanging out with this person who is a loose cannon. But I was like, it wouldn't like you like, hey Jock, I mean, hey Imani, this dude right here, y'all should hang out. No, it's just that he had started to happen to hang out with this person. Eric Erica is irritated. She's pregnant. Their house is broken into, and while all this is going on, Safari is in Miami grinding on some girls in a club. I mean, I would be irritated too that I'm pregnant. Me and my husband, we not seeing eye to eye. We arguing every time we turn around. We got our baby at home. I'm pregnant too. House got broken in, and you ain't nowhere in sight. Mm-mm. I would be mad too, but then I gotta think: is this another one of their stunts that they're pulling? I don't know. It's hard to tell with these two. It's just like she's in the feeling. If I'm gonna do this, if I'm already doing this by myself, why do I need Safari there as well? I'm like, I'm not gonna understand. Yeah, I want to know who's footing this bill for this trip to Dubai. This is what I want to know. Cause we got Yandy Mendices. We have Carly, her daughter, Sierra, her boyfriend, Yandy's mama, daddy, cousin, and what, like 4 kids? So that's what, 9, 10, 11, like 13 people. Who footing this trip to Dubai? Unless, they was just showing them in the seats so they could seem like they was all in a glamorous life, living a glamorous life. And then after they, took their few pictures, they was back there to the seats that don't move and recline. But those seats that they had them sitting in, them seats look like they convert to a bed. And this look like extra, extra first class that they was sitting in. But either way, I'm just thinking that like the cheapest ticket to Dubai seemed like it would be expensive. And then the hotel they were staying in, it was like a Versace hotel, a Grand Palace Versace hotel, something like that. I want to know who's paying for this. Like, was things cheaper because we are in this whole panorama? Is that it? And then I was like, how come they didn't get a chance to like lay down and freshen up? It was like, go drop your luggage off at your hotel room, change into some clothes. We finna go around and sightsee and stuff like that. I'm telling y'all, when I travel, soon as I get to the place I'm staying at, it's usually my mama's house. I hop out of the clothes that I got on and I put on something to lounge in immediately. Unless my mama's like, as soon as I get there and I done sat for a minute, she's like, we need to go to the store and get some groceries. Then I just keep those clothes on and then come back and switch up. But I was like, did y'all have time to freshen up or whatever? But they went to like some kind of like spice market, and the dude was like, this is like saffron or something like that. It's like Viagra and all this other stuff. And Kirk was like, yeah, I need it, but I don't need it. And Mandisi was saying he need it, but he don't need it and stuff like that. Where she over talking about something, she thinks she might be pregnant. I was like, is this gonna be your storyline now? It went from your kids in the restaurant, your issues with your sister and your nieces. Now you might be pregnant again. Then I was trying to look at Rashida in her confessionals. Like, I was trying to see, does she look like she pregnant? I'm up her trying to get my investigation on. But I couldn't really tell because she has her legs crossed, so I couldn't really see her stomach. Now, y'all, I understand, if I can talk, I can understand why Jack is upset and doesn't want his son hanging out with that friend. Let's break down a few things. One, dude likes to pull guns out on people and start shooting. That is a big no-no. I'm telling you, before I got on this video or making this video, my ABC app, I looked at it and it said that there was a shooting by a Walmart that led into a police chase and crash. I'm like, there was so many shootings going on. People just don't care because they done made it a law that you can just have a gun out and it don't matter. Any and everybody can have a gun. I was like, that is not a smart thing to do because people get road rage and just start shooting people. But anyway, 2, the club was closed down because of the shooting. 3, you still hanging out with this dude that's caused all this mess. 4, when the detective was looking at the tapes, they saw you smoking weed, which I believe in Atlanta is illegal, and you was on the job. So, like, my club closed down. You over there doggone checking on your friend, and you ain't over here checking on me. And this is my money maker. This is how I help support you and all your brothers and sisters, and you don't even care. He did have this like whatever kind of attitude going on. And Jack asked him, if your mama was dating a man who caused her to lose her house, would you be checking up on him? He said, you know I wouldn't be doing that. He said, so why can't I get the same respect? Paraphrase. And I was like, Jack, I understand. I understand. Jack, he says, before wanting to know, I guess, he had friends, who was actually, had gun violence, killed in front of him. He don't want that for his son. And Imani is like, he's at that age, he's starting to smell himself. He ain't really trying to listen to what Jack is say. Jack is trying to tell him, you don't want this type of life, man. You so concerned about this dude who's just you really hanging out with people that just pulling out guns because somebody stepped on their shoe or they doggone looked at them wrong. That ain't the kind of people that you want to hang out with. Cause say you hanging out with this dude and this happened. He pull a gun out on somebody. He shoots somebody. That person he shot's friend come back to retaliate and you done got shot. Now you be in the hospital or 6 feet under. He didn't say that. I'm saying that. Jock got so mad that he swung on this son and he's like, you gonna swing on me, your own son? But I was like, Jock, you love your son, but you gotta let your son find out the hard way. You gotta let him live this. I know you don't want that for him, but he gotta live it himself before so he can realize, man, this ain't the life I wanna be doing. I don't wanna be doing this no more. Hopefully it don't take him, you know, going to jail or getting shot himself. So y'all, that was suggested. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It's free all day, every day for 99. Make sure your notifications are on so my beautiful face puts up a video. You can click on it, you can like it, and share it with your people. And you can come over and be one of my peoples. If you're already one of my peoples, well, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. And tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples by clicking that icon above. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.